Okay, I get a lot of comments about my strobes about how they don't work. So right now I'm watching in the camera and they're not flashing, but looking at them with the naked eye, they flash every 1 second. So the reasoning behind that is the camera shutter speed. This is shooting in 4K. So imagine the shutter speed's probably 50, 30 frames per second. So it misses them. So that's the reason why. Ooh, it's a long way down there. Nice view. So today I'm working on some shop lights and I'm converting another light fixture over to LED, and it's really simple. You just take and you pull the ballasts out. You take a short probe on the tombstones, poke it in, pull the wires out. Probably gonna ruin that one. There we go, there we go. On this end, you need no wires. On this end is where the power is gonna come in. So what I have here is mine have a plug-in, and then they have these quick connectors. So I've stuck a probe in there and I've pulled the wires out of there. So basically each one of these bulbs has a line and a neutral. So the line is the red wire. So you stick a hot one in here, loop a hot one over to this one, loop a hot one over to this one. Then I ran another wire over for the next three right here, and then loop a red one over and a red one over. And then basically did the same with my neutrals. Stuck one in here, looped over. So I got two wires for each three bulbs. So it's so easy. An accountant, a female accountant, could do this. Okay, because this one was the original and I cut these wires off of the old ballasts, I have 3 hots and 3 neutrals. So this will be a piece of cake. All I got to do is plug those in and make some jumpers. Okay, Jeff's hack of the day. So I've got 2 tombstones on the same bulb that are bad. So what I did is I took a screwdriver and I rotated this one sideways and then gently slipped the prongs into it. And I got to do the same thing on this end. So that's what I've done, is turn it sideways, and you can see the prongs in there. So what you got to do, it's actually quite simple, is insert your tombstone up through the bottom here and then just get this over in there and poke it in. Okay, my pins are started, so you just push it on, then reach under here, clip your tombstone in, you're good to go. So you're saying, well, what are you gonna do? You gotta change it. I don't know. I need to buy I know from changing these, besides more LEDs, I gotta buy a ton of tombstones. That way I won't have this problem. So that's what I'm gonna do. Order more tombstones and another case of lights. So you get this, they come in a case is 25, not 24 or 25. So I guess you'll always have a spare. Okay, I've learned something after doing several of these, and that is on this end, this is where my power is going to go in. So you have all these little short yellow ones left over on these when you pull them out. So what you got to do is you got to go from your line over here to line, then from neutral to neutral on here. Then when I hook up there, I'm going to put a line and a neutral in here. Put a line and a neutral in here and a line and a neutral in here. So I'm jumping from each one of those to do another bulb. Works out really slick. So notice how dark and dingy it is with that one whole fixture out. So let's have a look-see at it after I get it replaced. Okay, see how much brighter that is in that corner? You can still tell that That one's dingy. And that one's dingy. This LED lighter is just so... LED lighter. This LED light is so much better than the fluorescent. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what it does to my power bill once I get it all installed. But, you know, it's just... Look at the workbench area and stuff. Look how much brighter it is. It's just incredible. These things get so stinking hot. Ow, I gotta turn them, get them off. Come on. Oh, there we go. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Oh, those things are terrible hot. Anyway, these fixtures get cooking hot, but with those LEDs, no problem, man. No problem at all. When I just lowered that reflector down, that's like an oven in there. You can just feel the heat coming off of it. And then up here, it's really hot. And what I did is I started putting these wood blocks under here to get some air circulation. I think that's why all three of these ballasts were still working. But I'm not kidding you, you can hardly touch those. Those are so hot. Anyway, the LEDs just, they don't get like that. They're awesome. So I'm working on this one fixture. It's right here by my overhead door. And I kept getting shocked. And I couldn't figure out why. I was like, I've unplugged the wire. It shouldn't be hot. Then finally, I rubbed some wires and boom, it kicked a circuit breaker on this whole row of lights. So my mind is elsewhere today. I'm probably going to get killed. My mind was somewhere yesterday and I kept getting shocked and doing stupid shit.
Here, shake hands with danger.
Shake hands with danger. Need a guy who ought to know. I used to laugh at safety. Now they call me Three-Finger Joe. When the body's on the job, but the mind is elsewhere, it's danger time.
So one black wire and one white wire are wired direct into these wires that come in. And the reason is down there on the door, there's a switch for each row of lights in the shop. And then there's one switch that will run just 2 lights in this fixture. So you can leave 2 lights on at nighttime. But I'm thinking I'll probably wire it to just run 1 light. That's all I need is 1. The reason it ran 2 before is because you're fluorescent and you've got a ballast, and so you can't really run 1 at a time. It's even numbers, 2, 4, 6. So my heart's still pounding. This is what you end up with after you change out your LED lights. You end up with hundreds of dollars of junk. Look at that mess. LEDs are the way to go. I had some subscribers tell me that a long time ago when I was replacing ballasts. And I got checking into it, and sure enough, they were right. It is the only way to go. I've invested a lot of money in these LED bulbs, but they should last a lot longer than those fluorescents. And one of the cool things that I've noticed is they're a lot cooler. So I have replaced every one down this side, I think. Did I? No, that one right there is still a fluorescent, but that one there I just did. That one I did, that one. Anyway, I've still got enough to do 2 or 3 more. And then we'll pretty much have everything replaced. That one there's still a fluorescent. And that one and that one. So Looks like about 4 more and I'll have everything converted. Now this is going to be really interesting to see what the power bill does, but we're not going to be able to really know anything because right now Jake has been outside with the good old Ideal Arc Lincoln, cranked up to 375 on the amps, doing some air arcing. So power bill is going to be pretty high this month between that and the amount of welding we're going to be doing. So you know what the funnest part of putting LEDs in is taking these tubes and launching them. Oh, yeehaw. And I was looking at these beams. I need to paint those cat yellow too, don't I? Okay, that's the one light that's wired in so the switches operate that one. So let me show you why I got shocked. So you've got a switch for each row of lights. I got 3 rows of lights, then this 4th one, and that runs that single one right there. And you can just leave this on at night, whatever. So let me shut the door. So I have one fixture in here that is not converted over to LED. I'm going to flip all these lights on. I want you to identify the one that doesn't have LEDs in it. Yep, that one right there. You see how slow it is to come on? And it's not as bright. It will get brighter. And this is really hard to see in the camera. I mean, it looks super bright, but it's nowhere near as bright as those LEDs. So anyway, it's just, I love this light. I'm really glad that I had subscribers tell me that I needed to convert this over, because I went and did some looking. I found these Keystone lights, direct drive. Love them. So thank you very much for pointing that out. So I've got the ejector cylinder in here and I've got the rod out. Next video I'm going to be showing you that. And then Jake's been in here welding up these big gaps between these plates. We didn't do any of this. This thing was in really bad shape when we got it. It's got a brand new floor in it that was done clear back in, oh my gosh, 2006, 5, somewhere in there. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a video on what it takes to keep these things going, how often we have to repair this stuff, and why I run this older equipment. So that'll be next time. So this is the apron. It's a disaster. That's full of dirt. Jake's cut all this stuff out. So here's what we're going to do. This is all coming out, and we've ordered a lower apron kit from Steel Unlimited. And when that comes, you'll get to see us install that. So going to be doing a lot of welding too. And the wedge pockets have showed up. The ones we're going to have to weld onto these outer bands, and they fit inside here. Let me show you what those look like. Okay, this is the wedge that goes in here. This one has never turned. You can see it's still loose in here, but the one on the other side will be up tight. See, this one here is tight. This wheel, I don't know what it is, whether the bands wore out or the inside of the rim, but this one under power will slip this and get it tight. And the reason those are in there is in case they do slip. If they slip too far, it'll tear the O-ring and poof, they go flat. And we got a sheet of 1/4 inch AR 400 here. And this is an 8 wide by 24 long sheet. I think this will take care of everything we need to do. It's Saturday morning, so I've showed you all this other stuff. We've got the lights in, just some little things out of the way that I've been wanting to do forever. Really want to get going on the car. So that's what I'm going to do today. Is I've got this serpentine belt drive from March Performance, and I want to start getting that hooked up here. Want to get going on the car, get the car out of here, so we can start on this right here. So a lot of people have asked me what's going on with old Kenny. Well, this is old Kenny's heart right here, waiting to get some work done to it. But I need to get this finished and get it out of here, go put it in my garage at my house, and then I can get working on that. And I'll take it over here. And when all these cylinders are gone, she'll go on the table here, the surgery table. And I think that's what I'll do first. Is we'll go through the engine, and I'll give you a detailed video on how to put one of those together, what to look for. You know me, I tend to get pretty windy on that stuff. Oh, I wanted to show you what Tony Spresser made me. He made me a couple of license plate holders, Anderson Construction and Whore Hauler. I put the filthy whore in it. So I need to take those, and I need to go put that on the Jeep trailer out there, my lowboy. That's a good one, Tony, the Whore Hauler. And he did one for Shane Marzoff. Made one that says Hollywood. And I don't know what you made this one out of, Tony. Is this stainless? Because I tried to stick a magnet on it. Magnet don't stick. And that's good for him, because he'll corrode the crap out of it up in Canada with all the mag chloride. So he needs stainless.
See, son? Old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum look a lot alike, Daddy.
You know I love this life I lead.